It's incredible that it's already December, and before you know it, we'll be rolling into 2021. For me, 2020 will be a year I'll never forget, and I imagine most of you the same way. COVID-19 has changed our lives probably forever and the way we live. Despite all the many challenges, the Michigan National Guard, and especially the 110th Wing, have done a phenomenal job. Not only did we support our federal responsibilities, we supported tens of thousands of Michigan residents during extremely difficult times. Today I want to highlight a few of the accomplishments we achieved in 2020. First off, I want to say it's an honor to be the commander of the 110th Wing and work with each and every one of you. As expected, we won't have the traditional end-of-year all-call along with our Outstanding Airman of the Year awards. So instead, I would like to share with you just a few of the amazing things we accomplished here at the 110th Wing. This won't obviously include everything because we would be here all day, but I at least wanted to touch on a few of the accomplishments from each of our organizations. This year marked the first year of us executing the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs strategy, and we have done very well despite COVID to work towards these objectives. This year our recruiters assessed 137 new applicants into the wing, which was a record high for the last 10 years, and only second to 2010 for as long as we have documented annual accessions. Our base education and training office executed over 570 training records, allowing greater than 30% of the wing to attend formal schools, despite the many restrictions. Our HRO remote processed 37 AGR, 76 temp AGR, 37 technician, and 31 temp tech packages to keep manpower to the levels necessary to keep the wing's work under control. The civil engineering actuated over $3.3 million in construction projects solely for the 110th Wing. Civil engineering supported 5 NATO partner countries by providing training on hazmat operations to 29 personnel, a first ever for Baltic nations. Civil engineering also completed over 2,200 facility maintenance and repair work orders in support of 38 buildings, 347 acres, and 900 personnel. Our security forces qualified and trained 16 air operations group deployers and 52 additional 110th Wing members on the M4 and M9, meeting 36-month requirements, and held 12 classes totaling 216 CADM man-hours. In addition, security forces remained qualified on 5 different weapon systems, expending more than 19,000 rounds. This year, our 110th Logistics Readiness Squadron received the LRS of the Year for non-flying unit, and our very own Senior Airman Cowitz received the 2019 Outstanding Logistics Readiness Airman of the Year award. LRS POL also supported the President's visit to Michigan by providing 5,000 gallons of jet fuel to Air Force One, and 110th Wing Security Forces provided security for the aircraft. ComFlight expertly enabled a rapid shift of more than 90% of our members to telework, deploying 83 laptops, preventing a stoppage of work. ComFlight also executed over $335,000 in government purchase card purchases at the end of the year, supporting the 110th and other units within the state. This is just a drop in the bucket of accomplishments achieved by our 110th Wing Mission Support Group. The medical group went above and beyond with their support of the 110th this year. Despite the challenges of COVID, the medical group was able to overcome a 10% IMR deficiency and get the wing to above 80% IMR, working against the various restrictions and safety precautions. In my career, I have never seen a medical group work this hard to ensure its members are protected and ready to accomplish the mission, home station, as well as prepare to deploy. The Air Operations Group continues to do amazing things, both home station and abroad. We currently have over 20 AOG members either TDY or on long-term orders within the United States or overseas. ACOMS successfully completed a major Air Combat Command directed weapon system upgrade with over 4,920 hours invested on the $2.4 million Air Operations Center recurring event upgrade. In addition, ACOMS provided extensive support to Northern Strike 2020, enabling the first ever reserve component integration of an Army Battlefield Coordination Detachment at the 217th Air Operations Group, as well as extensive distributed support to Joint Force units across Michigan and beyond. The Air Component Operations Squadron A1 acted as the principal advisor to the Michigan Air National Guard J1 Director for COVID response, Midland flooding response, and Michigan civil unrest, ensuring seamless continuity for member support with respect to benefits, pay, and leave. The Combat Operations Squadron total days supporting other agencies exceeded 4,500 days and continues to add up. This colossal effort equates to roughly 12.5 man-years. The Air Intelligence Squadron has executed nearly 1,400 man-days in a combat theater. We have several of our Air Intelligence Squadron members currently deployed doing excellent work. Their professionalism and outstanding work has been noticed as they overcame multiple power, system, manning, communication, and threat challenges while earning praise from the 3-star Combined Force Air Component Commander, 1-star Combined Air Operations Center Director, and the 06 Chief of the Intelligence, Surveillance, and Reconnaissance Division. Our newest addition to the Air Operations Group and the 110th Wing is the 215th Air Component Operations Flight. This group has hit the ground running and in 2020 sent 11 airmen to Iceland to participate in 15th Air Force's first overseas staff exercise. The 110th Operations Group continues to run operations 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So far this year, the 172nd Attack Squadron and the 110th Operational Support Squadron have flown over 5,700 hours, consisting of more than 300 sorties. The squadrons executed more than $700,000 for direct support of RPA operations and training. In addition, the Operations Group provided intel support for California in support of the wildfires. Much like the Air Operations Group, the 110th Operations Group has multiple members supporting higher headquarters, with 6 members with NGB titles, 1 member with a Headquarters Air Force title, and 4 additional members supporting United States Air Force in Europe. The 272nd Cyber Operations Squadron partnered with the state of Michigan and the Michigan Army National Guard to assess Michigan Department of Transportation networks, which helped secure roads for 9.8 million Michigan residents and provided invaluable training for our cyber airmen. In October, the Cyber Operations Squadron, along with the Air Component Operations Squadron, officially declared Building 6922 as their new home. This impressive $5.1 million facility boasts several upgrades that continues to put the 110th ahead of its peers when it comes to efficiency and training opportunities. The 272nd Cyber Operations Squadron also led the first ever cyber integration for Northern Strike 20, securing an Air Operations Center weapon system which required over 192 man-hours. I can't be more proud of our comptroller flight. The comptroller team works countless hours to maintain continuous flow of pay, entitlements, as well as continuously conduct internal audits to make sure we are properly executing our budget. I have directed the comptroller flight to break out each squadron and wing staff budget in order to more closely track budget requests and execution. This is creating an additional workload on finance, but in the long run, I expect to see a more efficient use of our financial resources and squadrons getting the funding they need. I can tell you, the comptroller flight is a service-oriented team that is working hard to ensure each and every airman of the 110th Wing is getting the pay and entitlements they deserve. Our IG team is no longer recognized as the Black Hat organization, but rather part of the 110th team to help the 110th Wing be successful in our missions and conform to the instructions and regulations. When the Air Force instructions seem outdated, our IG team works with us to find ways to waive these restrictions to ease some of the workload that needlessly exists. This year, Major Jason Forbes joined the 110th Wing team as the new 110th Wing Plans Officer. He worked tirelessly to quickly learn the job and join with the IG team to make sure we are prepared for our midpoint inspection coming up in October of this year. Our command post has been busier than ever, completely revamping the regulatory structure as well as processing multiple sit-reps in response to COVID. This year, our Public Affairs Office was instrumental in the creation of the Michigan Advantage, which will be used to showcase the strengths of Michigan as we continue to compete for future missions. The 110th Wing Judge Advocate team is the best I've seen. The legal expertise here at the 110th has ensured that commanders and all airmen of the 110th have the appropriate legal advice they need to make challenging and fair decisions. Our Area Defense Council has been invaluable in providing expert advice to members in need. And last, but definitely not least, I want to thank all of our airmen and family wellness staff, along with our chaplains, SARC, and Director of Psychological Health for all the great work they do to support our 110th Wing family, especially through these extremely challenging times. Again, I would be here all afternoon calling out all of the great achievements of the 110th, and I know I missed acknowledgement of many of you, but it did not go unrecognized. Everything I've mentioned up to this point is primarily what we are expected to achieve outside of COVID. Many of you have already heard the statistics on what we have supported, how many COVID tests we've administered, and the numerous other COVID-related tasks that we have accomplished. I'd like to thank all 90-plus 110th Wing members for their support of the Michigan's COVID hammer. We still have 20 members supporting COVID operations, and some have been doing this since May. You have all touched the lives of many, and you should be extremely proud of your efforts to assist the state of Michigan. In closing, I can't say enough of how proud I am of the 110th Wing and the teamwork we have demonstrated. During this holiday season, take a moment to recognize all that you have done. I hope you take the opportunity to pause and enjoy some much-needed time with your family. It's an honor to work with each and every one of you, and together we will continue to make the 110th Wing a great place to work, train, and share camaraderie with one another. A place that makes each and every one of us proud for the support we have given our state and our nation. Happy holidays to you and your family. Have a safe and happy New Year.